Alright, it's time to talk about Insomniac's Games' second sequel to the Ratchet & Clank saga, Ratchet & Clank 2 Going Commando. And no, I do not mean not wear your underwear underneath your short basketball shorts, your jeans, or anything. It's just called Ratchet & Clank Going Commando. This is Ratchet & Clank 2, and Insomniac Games, many people were wondering, man, they made such a fun platformer that with wacky weapons in Ratchet & Clank 1, how in the hell are they going to top this shit? Well, they did it with a bang, because Ratchet & Clank 2, like I said in my last review, it's really hard for me to say Ratchet & Clank 1 was a really good game, because Ratchet & Clank, the future ones, blow it out of the water, and this one really blew Ratchet & Clank 1 out of the water. In Ratchet & Clank 2, huge differences in Ratchet's gameplay. Ratchet can now strafe back and forth, which causes easier aim. Your weapons can level up, and your nanotech can level up. You can buy new armor with Ratchet. With Clank, you get some cool constructo bots, and you pretty much get to control these constructo bots to build bridges, build pathways, break walls, break enemies. It's better than having those little robots going around with you. It adds more, how I could say, diversity to Clank's gameplay, which I really did like. The weapons are fun to use in this game too. The weapons are very innovative. Ratchet & Clank 2 also stays true to its old self by, you go to this damn planet, you can't get through it the first time, you may have to go back a little bit, or go for it for a little bit, and then you can go back and collect the remaining items. Stays true to its form of being such a fun, collective-worthy game. They added some little side quests, which I always like in video games. When you add side stuff to keep me entertained and keep me playing this game more and more, that's when you know you got a good game. And they did that with Ratchet & Clank 2. They added the popular arena. The arena where you fought different aliens and you pretty much fought mini boss battles there that were not really canon with the storyline. Well, with some exceptions, they were canon with the storyline. Like in 3 and Future 2. And I think in Future 1. I gotta play Future 1 again before I review it. But, you have a lot of pretty much canon stuff into the storylines with the arena. And you have a little bit of side challenges that you can do. They added starship fighting to this game, and starship fighting was a cool feature to add in this game. I mean, a lot of people were like, in the first Ratchet game, we got a little taste of that. Where is it now? And bam, they gave us starship fighting. They gave us hover bike racing. I mean, pretty much, they gave us a lot of stuff to do. If you had an old Ratchet & Clank 1 save file, you could pretty much buy weapons from the old game. Not all the weapons, but buy some old weapons, and they don't level up, which kind of disappoints me a little bit, but it's not too much to nag about. The only thing I don't really like about Ratchet & Clank 2 is the side characters. I mean, they're boring. The main villain is just lame. It's like the most lamest thing I've ever seen. It was just like, this is my fucking final boss? Like, really? A chia pet? It pretty much was like a chia pet, to be honest, except this scene was cute at first and then became ugly as fuck. But, Ratchet & Clank 2, even though the side characters and overall plot was pretty damn lame, what I do like is they have a lot of quest hunting in this game. Like I talk about, like, where you can explore the maps more. You can hunt for like these creatures to get raritanium, so you can trade in the raritanium for your bolts. It's really fun when you go dive into it, because there's a lot of things you can do in this game. There's a lot of gameplay. Challenge mode is back and definitely harder. The enemies are a lot tougher. It's more of like a grinding process. It feels more like an RPG type of game. Even though it's not meant to be an RPG, it feels like an RPG because of the fact that you have to grind to get the best weapons, grind to make sure that you have the best equipment available. I really do like the fact that they did this in this game. I really do like the fact of it. I really think it's fun to grind to get to the best abilities of everything. I'm fans of RPGs, and I really did like that they added the RPG element. The platforming element's still the same, but once again, camera problems could probably cause you to death, and camera problems happen a lot in the Ratchet & Clank series. But overall, Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, it definitely blows its predecessor out of the water. Insomniac Games got a huge thumbs up from this. This is possibly a really good Ratchet & Clank game. Now, how will Ratchet & Clank 3 fare out? We'll find out in my next review. Ratchet & Clank 2 Going Commando gets a B+ from me, and that's about it. Go play it if you haven't. If you want to play the first one, you can go right ahead. But really, to be honest, the plot in Ratchet and Clank is nothing really to die for. So I say you can skip 1 and play 2 if you want to, especially